Yo, what's going on everybody? Anderson Bluu, and this week I'm talking the top strategies you could use to get your product into a store. In this video, I'm teaching you guys how to get your product into the stores so you can increase revenue and help to get your brand out into the world. Trust me guys, you want to watch this from the beginning all the way to the end. You don't want to miss any of these steps. Alright guys, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so number one, so the first thing you want to do before you do anything is find out who the buyer is. So for those who don't know, the buyer is the key decision maker in putting products into the store so you can keep customers coming back for more. So the biggest misconception that people have is they think that it's the owner of the store that makes these key decisions. Now don't get me wrong, sometimes that is the case, but I'm telling you right now, the person you want to look for is the buyer. Now, I'll give you one of my strategies that I've used in the past that should still work today. If you're looking to find out who the buyer is, and I'm sure you have the internet because you're watching me right now, what you want to do is you put the company name, put sales, buyer, and put it in LinkedIn, and 9 out of 10 times you could find yourself who the buyer of the company is right now. Alright guys, number two, so now that you found out the buyer, the next step I think you should take is to send an email. So the reason why I suggest email first is because I know talking to a stranger on the phone can be a daunting task, and I feel like this is the best icebreaker. In the email, when you send this to the buyer, you should have a few things. You should have who you are, what you do, the company you represent, and why you think your products will fit into their store. Remember, this is a business, so they want to carry the best items that they think will bring them either returning customers or new customers into the store. Also, in that email, you should have a catalog and a line sheet. In another video, I'm going to really go over what a line sheet really is, but to make a long story short, it pretty much shows them the products that you have and allows them to order those products right on the catalog or line sheet. Just on a quick side note, just so you guys know that people are busy, so if you don't hear back on the first time, feel free to send up a follow-up email. But don't worry, this is a perfect segue to my next strategy. Alright guys, number three. Number three is to cold call. I know, it is scary to call somebody and pitch who you are and pitch your business because the fear of rejection, but I promise you, if you want to get your products into a store, this is the best way to do it. So now that we know who the buyer is, you call, you pretend like you know who he is, know who he or she is, call, and then what you want to do is introduce yourself. Hi, my name is, my business is, this is what we do, I would love to. Now what you want to do is either set up a meeting or try to send some product to the person. Now you gotta remember, in 2019, everybody has a clothing brand. So what you want to do is you want to think of ways for you to stand out. And in my opinion, the best way to do it is to get in front of the person and show them your products. Alright guys, number four, and that is to set up a meeting. In my opinion, this is probably my favorite way to do it. A few years ago when I was doing Blue Dreams and I was trying to open up a new account, this was my go-to. The reason why is because I knew if I got in front of the person and I showed them who I was, explained what the company is and why it fit into the store, I knew I could open a new account. So you got to remember, these people are getting emails and phone calls all the time of people trying to get their stuff in there. So if you're able to set up a meeting and really do a show and tell and show them why you believe your brand fits in there, I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. Alright guys, so number five, the final step is to send samples. So I've heard from a bunch of friends, they've done this and they swear by it, they tell me that it works. Whenever they're trying to open a new account, what they do is they send a sample of products with their catalogs, also with a little bio pretty much describing what their brand does and why they think they belong in the store. I personally think this is a good idea because the main goal, what you want to do is to get people to see what your product is. Are you selling food? Are you selling clothing? What are you selling? The best way for people to really experience what you do is to see it in person. There's a reason why when you go to BJ's, they're giving you samples. They're not doing it because they like you, they're doing it because they're hoping that you'll go home with some of their chips or food or anything like that. Just remember, I cannot stress this enough, make sure you have your contact information in that sample package, because if they do love your stuff, want to make sure that they can contact you and you have to search to figure out who you are. Alright guys, those are a few of my strategies into getting your products into a store. Just a heads up, just remember, this is a numbers game. This might not work the first time, might not work the second time, but what I promise you is if you stay consistent, you work at it every day, you will get your stuff into a store, and that will help grow your brand, increase your revenue, and help to take your company to the next level. Alright guys, this is Anderson Bluu. If you have not yet, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll have more videos like this coming in the future. Also, if you like or dislike what you heard, please feel free to leave a comment. All this information is to help me make better videos in the future. Alright guys, I am out of here. Peace.